Hello, my name is Marcus Goodson.
Marcus Goodson is a seasoned and experienced organizational leader with 25 years of executive and senior administrative leadership experience in the public sector.
I would say Dr. King's legacy has impacted me personally, of course, in the work that I do in Southwest Florida because, like Dr. King, the work that I'm fortunate to do here impacts people in a very positive way if we get it right. The love of people, the equality for all people was what Dr. King fought for and what he died for. And what we tried to do here in Fort Myers under my leadership is to lift people up. And we can lift them up in a number of ways, not only through providing housing, which is one of the basic needs of each individual, just also by putting them on a path to sustain home ownership, to move off of government subsidy in some cases. But it's just been it's been a labor of love. And I would like to think that, at this point in my career, everything that I do, I want it to be about lifting people up. I want it to be about helping people. And I understand now when Dr. King, when he said, I want to do God's work, I want to do God's will, I want to do work that's going to help people. I'm not motivated by personal things. Having a street named after you is a great thing, a building named after you, all of that is great. I think it speaks to the work and impact one has had on the community. But I want to help people and lift them up.
Marcus has used innovative thinking and an understanding of government policy, rules, and regulations to replace outdated housing units in the Fort Myers-Lee County area. Those efforts have resulted in the completion of new development projects in the excess of $120 million that greatly added needed units to the area's affordable housing inventory.
I have a dream speech. It's almost mythical, given by a mythical person. My generation, we didn't grow up with Dr. King. We only know of Dr. King from what we have read, from the videos, the audios. But that speech still resonates, even with people younger than me, people in my generation. I think there's still a lot of work to be done when you have 13% poverty rate in America, 17% among children. I think Dr. King would be disappointed with those numbers. When you have the wealth, the majority of wealth in this country controlled by 1% of Americans, I think he would be disappointed in the inequality and the wealth disparity. I think, though, he would be encouraged by some things. When you see Black and brown people in positions of authority on a national level, I think he would be encouraged by that. But there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. Just in my profession, housing. You have a lot of families that just live in substandard conditions. They can't afford to pay rent or to pay mortgage, whatever their case may be. They are living in cost burden situations where they're paying over 30% of their gross income towards their housing expenses. Some of those areas, I think, he would want us to tighten up a little bit. So we still got work to do.
Marcus Goodson demonstrates the quote, "Occasionally in life, one develops a conviction so precious and meaningful that he will stand on it till the end."
My dream for Southwest Florida is more diversity. I would like to see people of color in positions of authority. I think we have some very qualified people in this community that could serve in positions of influence in decision making. I would also like to see a way to retain the youth from this community. When they go away to college, they don't tend to come back. At least minority kids don't tend to come back. And we're losing a lot of that brain trust to other communities. I would like to see more work in that area as well. I think that we also need to improve our relationships across racial lines. So those are the things that I would like to see improved in this community as we move forward. I'm most happy about improving the quality of housing in this community for low-income families. We inherited a housing authority that was financially bankrupt, was morally bankrupt, was ethically bankrupt. And that was 20 years ago. And we were able through very competent staff to turn that agency around, lift it up, make it one of the top housing authorities in the country. I'm most proud about that. I'm most proud about the families that we impacted, the relationships that we built, and also the reputation that we established in this community on the state and federal level. We did it the right way, and we accomplished a lot, and I'm very proud about that.
The Xi Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated and the Southwest Florida Alpha Educational and Leadership Foundation are proud to present the Keeper of the Dream Award to Marcus Goodson.